All right. Good evening, everybody. And it's Sergeant Olori reporting live from the Federal Republic of Bbnaija, Season 6, which is a Shine Your High season. And tonight is actually a wild one. It's actually wild. Okay. Wild in the sense that the wild cards have been unveiled tonight during the diary session with Biggie. And for a lot of viewers who are watching the show, who have been watching the show, you can actually tell that tonight's diary session has just been a very wild one. Wild in the sense that two housemates have been unveiled, and a lot of us are surprised to find out that the two housemates are the wild cards. So, with Sergeant Olori, reporting and giving you all the updates, you guys can tell if you've been following us on this page, also on Instagram and Twitter, you can tell that we actually guessed one of the wild cards correctly, and I'm excited that our investigation didn't go to waste. For those who have been following, you guys can tell that we've been trying to guess and see, okay, who is the wild card person, who is the housemate that is just forming to be a real housemate, who is the male housemate, who is the female housemate. And tonight it has been unveiled that Pere and Maria are the two fake housemates. And a lot of people have been commenting and saying, oh, they never suspected Maria because Maria looks cool. In short, she looks like a real housemate. Look at the fact that she's pretty, she's intelligent, she talks a lot. In the house, like you can hear in most of the conversations, going on in the house, you would never ever suspect Maria. Like, you would never ever suspect her. But for Pere would actually, select the conversations he wants to be involved on, who he actually wants to be involved with. He doesn't talk to everyone in the house. He stays on his own. He does his own things. He's not really involved in so many tasks and activities in the house. So you can always tell that, okay, maybe this one doesn't have anything to lose, because for us watching and through the investigation, we're actually looking for people that are not really interested in the money. If you look at the prize money, which is 90 million naira, you need to be active, you need to be agile in the house, by being involved in conversations or doing things that will actually attract the camera, to you. So you can actually say that Maria has acted, she has been acting it very well. But for Pere, you would always see it as, okay, maybe he's not really interested in the prize money. So Sergeant Olori, Sergeant Olori is actually happy that we got one of the guesses from all the housemates, 22 housemates who entered the house between Saturday and Sunday. And for those who have been watching from day 2 or day 3, you can see that all of the housemates are getting to know each other, which is them to do this week. So Biggie actually gave an assignment to all the housemates to get to know each other by talking to each other, but also knowing what they do and all. And few of the housemates have done very well with that task. From Angel to Irene to Saga to J. Paul to Sammy to Jackie B to White Money, to a lot of them in the house. And actually they can actually say one or two things about each other in the house. So today is about the wild card unveiling, and it's actually interesting that we now know who the two housemates are, and that which is Maria and Pere. Pere, has always been a suspect. He has always been a suspect. Like, if you are really, really following the show, you can definitely tell that Pere is actually a suspect. But for Maria, you can hardly say, oh, Maria is a suspect because, oh, she's pretty, and she has a lot to offer in the house because she is very, very active, not just in conversations, but with things, going on in the house and all. So you can never say, oh, you can never point to say Maria is actually a suspect. But guess what, guys? It is what it is. You can never trust people. That is what it means. So don't not trust anybody. And so far, the show is actually going very well. So during the diary session this evening, Peace, who is the current head of house, asked Biggie a question during our diary session, and Biggie told her to find out who the fake housemates are in the house. So she went back into the house, gathered all the housemates in the lounge, and then she started asking questions. Oh, who went before this person for the diary session? Did you go after this person? What's not. So now they're currently looking for who the wild card housemate is, which is going to take them a while. If they're really smart, they would actually get the two housemates. And Ebuka announced on Sunday during their second opening ceremony that once the two housemates are unveiled, they leave the house that Sunday. Once the two housemates are not, they're not found by other housemates, they have the chances of playing the game with the real housemates. So you can see that this is really tight, and with this big twist for the show, Biggie really knows what he's doing. For we, the viewers, for Sergeant Olori doing our investigation, we are still finding out and trying to dig out a lot of things for you guys, so that you guys can, catch up with what is really happening during this show. So moving on to Friday's task, which is tomorrow. Tomorrow will be their first task for this season, and being the fact that it's the first week, being the fact that they had the first female housemate, which is Peace, the deputy, which is Yusuf. For Yusuf, he has been quiet so far. People are not really getting to find his vibe in the house. I mean, people are really talking about him even in the house, and outside the house people are not really finding his vibe because they feel that he's just to himself. And I feel that if he has access to the head of house room, I mean, you need to flaunt it. You need to be active. You can't find people like White Money, Angel, the rest of them in the house that are active in the house, and you being the deputy HOH, you're just there, no conversation, nothing. So I just feel that Yusuf is just in the house, while in the wait time. But talking about the task for tomorrow, for the housemates who have been very, very supportive in making sure that they have a good presentation tomorrow to the public. Licorice, Tega, they've been putting in all their ideas together, and I know they've all been supportive, with other housemates learning different tribes, when it comes to marriage, when it comes to births, and when it comes to their songs, like earlier in the day, Sasuke, she was teaching 3 other housemates how to sing a song in her own language. And if you guys know, Sasuke is from Adamawa State. So looking at Peace and Maria were the ones that were learning the song earlier in the day, and they caught up with the language, they caught up with the tune, the rhythm, the vibe. So this is just a mixture of culture, in Nigeria, learning other languages, speaking other languages, acting, dancing, and also doing dramatic, moves with the melody. So their task is tomorrow. We hope that they will win their first task. If they don't win, if they don't win, honestly, there'll be a lot of food shortage in the house, because they're actually running out of food already, with the food that they saw in the house as at Saturday and Sunday. Today is Thursday, and the food is all gone. Everything is all gone. So the housemates really need to work hard to make sure that they win their first task, so that they can have a lot of groceries and supplies for the next week. So so today's recap is really basically about the wild cards, which is what everybody has been talking about since the diary session ended. On Twitter, it's been a great conversation. On Instagram, the comment sections are blowing. On Facebook, people are talking about the wild cards, which is why I'm here to give you the updates about what is really happening on Bbnaija season 6, and Sergeant Olori bringing you all the updates. So guys, we are looking forward to the first presentation, which is tomorrow, and once that is done, of course, I'll come online and give you a recap of what the presentation was like, and also Biggie's comment about their presentation, because the task tomorrow will actually determine if they win or they lose. And if they win their task, they get their money. But if they lose, they get to starve for a week. Not really starve for a week, but they'll have short supplies for the week. So this brings me to the end of the recap this evening, and I want to say thank you to those who watched. Thank you for those who are watching again the replay. Thank you all, and do not forget to follow us on this page, like, follow us on Facebook at OLORISUPERGAL. You can also head on to YouTube to subscribe to our channel at OLORISUPERGAL TV. We are also on Twitter at OLORISUPERGAL. We are on TikTok at OLORISUPERGAL. We are on Instagram at OLORISUPERGAL. We are bringing you all the updates. Sergeant Olori is bringing you all the updates that you need to know about Big Brother Naija Season 6. So guys, until next time, it's bye from me, and let's keep the conversation running. Thank you guys. Au revoir.